Hey everyone, so for my second tutorial for countries, I decided to pick Russia and to make a Matryoshka. Matryoshka is also spelt like this, which is how you pronounce, it's the Russian way for Matryoshka, but it looks like Mapyuka. But it is a Russian nesting doll, so I'm going to show you how to make this today, and you don't have to make this exact same one if you want. You can customize it any possible way you want to. You can pick whatever color you want, do whatever face you want, like you can add a smiley face, or bigger eyes, or blonde hair, black hair, non-parted hair, anything you want. So I have the template in the down bar, and I hope you watch and enjoy this tutorial. For this plush, you will need a bunch of different things, but it's totally customizable, so you can choose whatever color or whatever accents or whatever you want. But for mine, I'm going to go for a Little Red Riding Hood theme. So for my main base, which you'll need 2 pieces of, I'm going to go for this gray color, and you'll need a thread that matches. And for the hood piece, I'm going for red, of course, and you'll need a piece without a hole and with a hole, and a thread that matches. And then you'll need 1 circle, which is the headpiece, which will go behind the hood, and then an apron, and I decided to use a piece of linen. And then you'll need black thread for the features, and this brown is actually what I'm using for her hair, but her hair is totally customizable. You can pick whatever you want. And for the accents for mine, I'm going to use a couple buttons and a little piece of red linen fabric for a bow. So let's get started. So the very first thing you'll want to do is to cut out your face, and I decided to choose a cream colored, and you'll want to design what you want the face of your Matryoshka to look like. So I free-handedly cut a few pieces of brown. They fit like that. You can always do a straight bang or no hair at all if you want, if you just want it to be just face, or you can even make it a panda or a cat or anything you want. Keep in mind that some of the outside perimeter of the face will be covered with the hood piece. So I am just going to do a couple embroidery for the bangs to secure the pieces, and then just do quick little dots for the eyes. One tip I would like to share with you guys is when you're actually planning on making the face, you want to put this over and mark out exactly where you want the eyes or mouth or whatever with a pen, so when you take it off you know exactly what to do. And also a general sewing tip: when you are using a lighter colored felt and a darker colored thread, and you're doing simple things like eyes or something where they're kind of spaced apart, but yeah, you want to tie off the end and cut it off and then start over on the other side, opposed to dragging the thread across and starting over, because you can see the black thread through it, and professionally speaking that doesn't look as well. See, you can see the thread through it. So it's easy just to tie off a knot, cut, and then start over on the other one. So I also wanted to show you how to do a French knot. So I just thread my needle through the bottom of where the eye is supposed to be, and I'm going to do a long French knot like I did with this eye right here. You can kind of see it. So you thread your needle through, and then you point your needle towards where your end will be, which I will be poking through here, and you lay your needle on the thread and twist your thread around the needle, and I'm going to do it. The more you twist it, the longer the knot will be. So I'm going to do it, I think, 4 times, and it's really hard to do on camera. 3, 5. So there's 5. So this is how long our knot will be. And then without separating it too much and not making it too tight so the back of the needle won't be able to go through, you want to push the end of your needle into the hole and pull through. This part might be a little tough depending on how tight you made your twist, but you will eventually get it, see? And then just pull, and that is what our French knots look like. And this is also what our face is going to look like, so let me zoom out a little. So the next step would be to add the face to the hood. Alright, so we have our needle threaded with 2 thread thickness, and we want to move the hood to exactly where we want it, and I think there's good. Make sure to show my hard worked embroidery. We take our needle, and I'm going to put it up in this corner because I'm going to put a button there later in case it doesn't look that great. But start off like this, and we want our work to go up to where the line will be created. We move over a little, we go in, and then bring our needle through the back, up right where the red meets the hair, and then bring this over and pull. So there's our first one. Of course it doesn't look that great because the first one never does. So then let's do it again. We go in and up to where the red meets the face. Pull this over, which already is, and then pull. So there is the beginning of our blanket stitch. So we want to keep doing this and readjust the hood to make sure it's not all messed up. So try to make your stitches even. And if you're having a hard time doing this because it is so close together and so many thickness, I suggest you push the needle all the way through and leave a little bit of thread. Then thread your needle right to where you would put it. So right there, like that. And then pull and tug tightly so that the blanket stitch forms. So, sorry if I was off camera a little bit, but yeah, just continue all the way around until you're done. So here's what it looks like fully done. And if you don't like the way the blanket stitch looks, or it's too hard, you can always do a felt stitch real quick to attach the pieces on. So the next step to do is to attach all the main pieces together. So for the front, we want to attach the apron piece and the head onto the body. And then for the back, we want to attach the hood onto the back piece. Alright, so now all these pieces are attached by the blanket stitches, and the next step is decoration time, which is the funnest part. So for the front, I'm going to make this bow, and I'm going to add this to the template in the bottom. And it's pretty simple. It's kind of like a curved rectangle oval thing, and you just fold it in half, and then fold those halves in half, and then stitch it right to the front. So, and then I have some buttons I'm going to add, and I'm going to decorate it and probably decorate a little bit of the back too. So here's what she looks like fully decorated. I just added a button up here, a bow here, a button there, and did some French knots in red and cream, the same color cream as the buttons, and then I added a little button on her butt. So the next and almost last step to do is to sew up the edges. So don't forget, if you want to make it a keychain, to add a little piece of ribbon. I suggest doing it on the top, of course, and in a matching color. And just do a blanket stitch in the hood color, so red for me, and then stop and continue with the matching base color, which is gray for me. And don't forget to stuff it halfway through. So here she is, all done and stuffed and cute. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye!